In 1994, a Philadelphia grand jury investigated allegations of police misconduct in the city's 1st District at 24th and Wolf Street. Beanie Sigel's mom sued the city of Philadelphia in light of this investigation and settled out of court for $35,000. She alleged that police officers from that district harassed and planted drugs and charges on her son, Dwight Grant, or Beanie Sigel. She also alleged that Officer Darian McBride had beaten her son on one occasion and had him and his friend shot.
Now, they try and incarcerate me. I went to war with them boys in 94, so of course they hate me. Who shot ya? Nigga feel a laugh from my chopper. Take this shit to the streets, but you rather rack and squeak to police.
Sigel was alleged to have shot Terrence Speller in 2003. In 2004, during his first attempted murder trial, a jury could not come up with a verdict after 5 days of deliberation, and a mistrial was declared. In December of 2005, the retrial will begin. Speaking softly, 28-year-old Terrence Speller testified that the famous rapper Beanie Sigel was responsible for shooting him and causing severe injuries in 2003. Speller recounted to the jury how, while walking with a friend near 52nd and Larchwood Ave in West Philly, a verbal altercation occurred with a woman known to associate with Beans. According to Speller, Sigel then arrived at the scene in a Cadillac Escalade. During the initial day of testimony in the rapper's second trial, Speller described how Sigel shot him twice with a chrome semi-automatic handgun, wounding him in the stomach and left foot.
Pregnant, make a brick of water. Now you can go and tell Jake that lame nigga.
However, Speller admitted that when a police officer reached the scene shortly after the incident, he did not name Sigel as his assailant. "I didn't really want to tell what happened. I wanted to make sure I was alright and my family would be alright," Speller explained. He told the officer that someone had tried to rob him and instructed his friend to give police the same story. Beanie Sigel was acquitted of all charges in September of 2005.
5-0, trying to slander my name, trying to charge me for attempt, disrespecting my aim. It's the same nigga, Enquire's front page, nigga.
The streets are a lie. It's been debated whether drill rap and the culture that surrounds it is destroying the hoods of Philadelphia and wiping out thousands of young, mostly black men as a result. Some say it's always been like that and social media is making it more visible to the public. To some extent, that's true. Philadelphia has always had very violent sections of the city, ruined by drugs, gangs, and the pursuit of quick money. A quick check on the stats tells you that Philly's homicide rate during the 80s and 90s was just as violent. You can point to the introduction of crack cocaine as the main driving factor of the violence, but when it comes to today and the prevalence of violent outbursts, the disputes aren't starting over drug turfs and money most of the time, like it was back then. Of course, there's still that element that contributes to some of the high murder rates. But some contend that the mix of drill music, social media, and clout are the main driving factors today. What I want to cover is that very aspect. So today, we'll look at a couple of situations that never would have happened 20 to 30 years ago.
Niggas said they going beef for beef, but still ain't get a beat. We used to love smoking babe now, but this a different beat.
I used to have plans of going to college, but I'm going to war.
Oh my God, what happened to Turtle?
But they keep talking about Gunna Man, but I heard he died.
Some people bop their heads to the beats and rapping, not knowing the names being mentioned. Just keep in mind, these are real people with real families, and the devastation that gun violence brings is nothing to celebrate. Tour is a 26-year-old rapper from West Philadelphia. He's been co-signed by artists like Meek Mill, Core, and Leaf Ward. And Brucey the Rapper, rest in peace. He was formerly affiliated with NH and Touch Money, the rap group, before that kind of fell apart. Tor is from 59th and Callow Hill, right by the Callow Hill bus depot. He also is affiliated with 62nd and Callow Hill, where Bino and Baby Bino are from. Bino and his little brother were both killed in the last 10 years.
Tor ain't never blow for bud, the 9 don't never shoot for Tor ain't never blow for bud, the 9 don't never shoot for
59th Street mostly has issues with 54th and Race and the South Side, which is many different blocks from below Market Street in West Philly. After the death of his mother almost 10 years ago, Tor started to use rap as an outlet. Tor's storytelling abilities shine as he seamlessly crafts words to illustrate his view of ghetto life.
Niggas fuck the foe, let's go spin a choke, get some of those niggas. Catch your body, you might get some clout where I'm from. You rap about it, that's gonna probably be your best one.
Sometimes it's optimistic and sometimes it's dark. However, sometimes he throws shots at his opponents as well. Although Tor is signed to a record label, during his time on the rise in Philly, he often mentions his fallen friend Bert.
Sometimes I wish I could rewind it back.
Heard they chase jizz through the alley, running like a bitch. 4 dead ops from 4 different blocks and switched the whip.
Rest in peace to Bert, we went together just like Mitchell Ness. Never thought I'd get that text, nigga, we done been through
Bert was a beloved member of Callow Hill Street. His loss was hard for Tor to come to terms with. William Johnson, also known as Bert, lost his life on the morning of Thursday, September 26, 2019. At 11:51 a.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the 5400 block of Race Street and found William lying in the street. He was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Police rushed him to Penn Presbyterian, but he died that afternoon.
Spin through different blocks all in the day, cause we is that geek.
Leaf Ward is a name everyone should recognize. Leaf has ties and connections throughout the city. He's cool with blocks from all over, but Leaf is from West. His history in that part of the city is very complicated and convoluted. Take, for instance, his relationship with YBC. Leaf used to call J100 and Baby Kai the hottest rappers from West, even though Leaf is from a whole different block. You're not lying though. Leaf is related to Waters, BK, and Die Fetty. He OP regardless. You shouldn't go hang out with their ops that's scattered. This person says Leaf has family members in YBC, which I heard independently of this post as well. And I usually don't bring up Reddit posts, but this particular one had very strong opinions about Leaf and his relationships around the city. Leaf is the biggest dick eater in the city. Yo, it's disgusting at this point. Sear was his mans for real. BK and J100 was his youngins. It's okay to say, yeah, they beef, but you riding around with young boy bucks. And he's saying, smoking on them. Shaking my head, big goofy.
I got an artist, my fucking young boy, YBC dude, Mr. Disrespectful, he going to fuck up.
Yak Yola had always been from around what is now called YBC territory. He has friends and family all around that area. Yak has always claimed 42nd Street, but never, quote, claimed YBC. Yak is very close with a lot of people from YBC, including Duel. So when Yak's brother was accused of snitching, there was a lot of turmoil and dysfunction surrounding Yak's status in the neighborhood.
Sneaks on, nigga. Tripping, nigga. Come get these joints, nigga. We on 43rd Street. You talking about, nigga? You tripping, nigga.
I got robbed by my fucking uncle. Nigga robbed me for some sneaks that was his in the first place.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know exactly what the politics of the situation are and exactly what happened. But at one point, it was rumored that people from 43rd Street took his sneakers after a fight. It's been mentioned in songs, and it's an incident his ops used to tease and make fun of him.
Yeah, that's out. Now you click up with the same niggas rob you for your sneaks. That's them pink Balenciagas. Hey, bro, get them Jones to me. He ain't want him anyway. He let him take him off his feet.
Yak has also been in other many beefs with members of YBC and 43rd Street, but Yak has made a lot of music with YBC members.
Leaf work, he dick riding niggas like he ain't got no more. In 5 years, you hop for a game, rant about they work.
Leaf Ward's association with Lil Bucks and other internal factors that I'm not aware of has made him and YBC, now Opps. YBC Duel made this very clear in his song PSK.
I'm in a sense. Leave dick ride, so I'ma give him what he asking for. Keep dick riding niggas blocks, try to get protection from him.
That was when Leaf responded the next month with his song Mob Music, taking shots at YBC and Yak Yola in particular.
Lying about the bees in the interview, that nigga bull. I used to look up to Yola brother, but that nigga told Burner, you let niggas take your sneak.
And Gunna got stuck on his bike, that was a game changer.
FS the Bender, or Fat Seam, is from North Philly. He was born around 11th and Norris, and he was affiliated with Diamond Street, as he and Diamond Street FM, along with Ula, were close friends throughout their childhood. As a teenager growing up, he had the choice of going to school, which he excelled at, or succumbing to his environment. Being around the streets and gang culture, FS strayed toward the side of the street. He had allegiances to Zoo Gang, as I said, but he also has ties to F5, a rapper from West Philly who was a part of YBC/YFA. When Diamond Street and Lil Bucks from O to the 4/CCK started becoming closer, things started to get hazy, as Zoo Gang wasn't feeling the fact that Fat Seam was cool with YBC and Zoo Gang at the same time, and told him to pick a side. When P&B and YBC started beefing with North Philly's No Chills, things took a major turn.
I did my album release in the video too. Wallahi. Y'all know what we on. These niggas we cracking all season beats. If Mr. Disrespectful, I don't give a fuck who you is. Y'all know what the fuck is going on. And we them young niggas. If Mr.
Y'all condone rats.
Y'all niggas condone red, man. Y'all them boys. Red.
Them No Chills rats, nigga.
Sorry.
Then it gotta
And we on whatever y'all.
Including the incident Blick is locked up for. According to Zoo Gang's, sides had to be picked. Fat Seam or FS the Bender chose YBC. He was locked up last August with Mir Pob from YBC/YFA for illegal gun possession. FS still disses people from his North Philly hood though.
Bitch, I smoke gun, you hit it 3 times and you probably check. And it tragic, high splashes, I got left on the step. And it's the story, I be smoking Kersey running. And I was riding a bike, I think that I seen Gunna. G is for Gunna, cause Gunna got hit with all ball head.
He mentions Richard Allen members a lot. He also mentions Ant.
Go tweak it, act a fit, and Ant got cooked, and then we smoke him out the zip. And I've been smoking Ant, I told bro, take it, cause it's not him.
Ant was from 18th Street, but was also associated with Richard Allen Homes, formerly Richard Allen Projects. Built in 1941 and named after Richard Allen, the founder of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Richard Allen Homes was one of Philadelphia's first federally funded housing projects. More than 50 shots were fired when gunfire erupted shortly before midnight on the 600 block of Perth Place.
50 bullets fired, the shots erupting in Philadelphia's Spring Garden neighborhood last night, killing 1 person, injuring 6 others. Right now, investigators are trying to track down the gunman. Action News reporter Catherine Scott has the latest now.
7 people were shot. You could see the bullet holes in parked cars and buildings. The motive here remains under investigation.
It sounded like there was a gun battle back here.
And when the gunfire stopped, 7 people had been shot in the courtyard of this Philadelphia Housing Authority complex on the 600 block of Perth Place in Spring Garden.
It sounded like a war zone. And when I peeped out the window, I seen a girl. She was limping. You seen her running. You just seen her fall. But you seen her get up and limp.
A bullet pierced the window of the home where Alex Gonzalez lives with his family.
My mother is in this bed right here. My mom is paralyzed. It could have hit her.
Cash strewn in the courtyard, evidence markers scattered across the ground. 6 men and 1 woman shot, all of them in their 20s with the exception of a 58-year-old man.
We don't know the motive for the shooting.
Police initially thought there were 6 victims who showed up at Temple and Jefferson hospitals. A 22-year-old man arrived in critical condition, 5 others stable. While police were investigating, they discovered a man's body across the street on the 600 block of North 8th. He was pronounced dead on the scene around 2:20 a.m. There are surveillance cameras in the area. Police are reviewing footage to see if they can find any that can help in this case.
This all took place at the Spring Garden homes on 7th and Green, also known as Pentown. Apparently, Pentown was having a celebration of sorts. Some in the area just thought it was a gathering of friends and members of the community. Others looked at it as a send-off to their fallen op, Chad Glizzy, who was gunned down a few days earlier. On this night, apparently, members from Richard Island, 10th Street, and 18th Street decided this was the perfect time to get some revenge. Zakeem Thomas, or Gunna, is the brother of rapper YM100 from 10th Street. Gunna just got finished serving 7 years on a gun charge when he shot a man in a vehicle near 13th and Poplar. The day after Gunna was killed, the Philadelphia Inquirer wrote an article called "Mothers of Gunshot Victims Grieve in Real Time" on social media. It read, Rebecca Thomas sits in the driver's seat of her car after pulling over on a North Philadelphia street and speaks into the camera's phone. She propped up on her cup holder. Less than 24 hours before, on July 13th, her 27-year-old son, Zakeem Thomas, was shot and killed near a relative's home on the 800 block of 10th Street. He was the same age as his father was when he was gunned down in 2002, and he was home for less than 4 months after serving a 7 years prison sentence on various gun charges. Thomas doesn't believe her son's shooting was related to his past, but that didn't mean she didn't have a message for those who killed her son. She also pleaded with people to share her message.
I am in so much pain right now, and I never want another mother to feel what I feel right now. So I need every woman as a mother, and I need every man as a father, and as a brother, as a cousin, as a friend, to grab a young guy in your area. Grab a young guy in your area and just tell them to please put these guns down. Like, stop cutting off our generation. Stop hurting these mothers. Stop taking fathers away from children. Stop taking brothers away from siblings.
The article concluded by saying, "We talk a lot these days about the lingering effects of trauma, how even one death reverberates through whole families and communities. But more and more we can see it from those most impacted, who choose to share the reality of that trauma in real time." That's how the news covered the death of Zakeem Thomas. Parallel to that, what was also going on was that Zakeem, or Gunna, was also being mocked and dissed on the gram and YouTube.
I'ma make this a letter to his brother. They mad that we smoking on. They mad that we smoking on. That boy ain't no driver, that boy is a wanna. Smoking, I told us wanna weed. I know they gon' run for me. You know if I pop out, them niggas gon' run for me. I could be talking about money, but I'ma keep talking about wanna. I'ma keep making love to his brother, making love to his mother.
You call the stamp it. He gonna tell you what happened. Say he chokes you out. You got mad at him. Now say I'm lying.
Skillet banging, putting about the hell out of
Like, niggas know I'm not lying, bro.
Yeah, I fuck with F. No, we don't fuck with FS.
Man, I said fuck gun. Fuck, let's talk about Kersey glasses.
You got too much muscle in your name and on your shirt, bro. Like, come on, niggas ain't even on that, bro.
No, we don't fuck with Fast no more. He get the belt
y'all
too.
Niggas, yo, listen. This how you know niggas goofy. Y'all on songs dissing our odds. Like,
you niggas on the song dissing niggas we gave the belt to.
Like, come on, bro. Yeah,
not even giving out the belt though.
Y'all rapping up our record on y'all songs. Bro, use your fucking head. And you tell me you like, come on, you really like. I'm gonna be bitches, bro. I don't like niggas, bro. That's why I'm anti niggas, bro. I don't like niggas.
FS gonna get a drop. FS don't got no drops on us. We gonna give him the belt.
Man, we can't got that FS, man. I love his grandma too much, man. That boy, he in jail. Whatever he got going on, he got going on. Dude, we gonna f you up when we catch you, yo. On the God, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna break this burn over your head when I catch you. Crack right back your head with the button. Come here, dickhead.
Yo, it's funny as shit, cause like everybody probably looking at a line like, yo, they probably dead and this shit and all that, but it's like, all right.
No, Don't think I'm big. I guarantee when I run into dude, he better run, bro. I swear to God, I'm sending up with where we at. Beanie, you can at least for treatment. I catch you, I'm gonna choke you out because you's a bitch.
Yeah, free. I don't even get what the fuck is the whole problem with niggas. Like, why y'all got songs called Toby Flow? Yo, that ain't your yo, he's turning into a dolphin tonight. Watch me get somebody gonna pop out looking at his fucking face tonight. Watch this.
I'm gonna catch out one of the little bros.
Now how about looking at his face tonight?
Bro, you talking about two gutters dead from different blocks. You from West, you ain't do neither of those. You eating ass nigga, you from West. Nigga, I'm a soldier saying two gutters dead from different blocks. You is from West Philly. You ain't got nothing to do with you don't know neither.
And yo, you niggas is from West. Y'all niggas from West. Why y'all keep acting like North niggas? Y'all don't know what the fuck is going on over here. Y'all keep crowding. That shit is frying me so bad because y'all don't want to bump y'all over the East Level.
Bro, them niggas got on the song and said it's two gutters dead from different blocks. You from West, you ain't contribute to nobody. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Bitch, don't ask me who I'm smoking. Bitch, this Gunna Man.
Yeah, come on, bro. Y'all making videos talking about such and such glasses and all that, bro. Stop that shit, bro.
Y'all don't even know glasses.
Don't even know glasses. Like, niggas be losing me, bro. Niggas be dumb in the head, bro.
I'm gonna get your rank up. Y'all niggas high.
Like,
bro.
come on.
Y'all niggas high. How the fuck y'all gonna disrespect the most ranked niggas in Philadelphia?
Like,
We
come
started
on,
this rank
like,
shit. We the fucking ranking system. Nigga.
No bullshit. You ain't ranked till you ain't ranked till you
niggas calling me. We gotta tell who ranked and who not, nigga. Y'all niggas don't decide this shit.
Leaf choke BD out. That's all I know about Leaf. He choked him out.
Kersey was another person close to YM1000 who was killed. His name is also mentioned a lot in songs by FS the Bender.
I'm like, everybody know this shit not funny either, feel me? Ain't nothing fun about the streets, ain't nothing fun about losing homies, nothing.
Lil Kwani was born in April 2002 in Philly. Juan went to Edmonds and then Simon Grat. He played football with the Bulldogs, a sport he loved the most while maturing and gaining many friends with his great sense of humor. After graduating from Gratz in June of 2020, Juan decided to continue his education at the Community College of Philadelphia, studying healthcare. Juan was full of life, and his love and loyalty for his family and friends was unmatched. That was what his obituary read after his death. There was also another side to Juan, or Wani, as his friends knew him, that wasn't mentioned in the obituary. He had friends that now go by the Clappers, who are young boys who live all around Frankfurt High in the Frankfurt section of the city. Their main rappers are Hardy, Qua, and Brady. At the moment, Brady is doing a 25 to 50 year sentence on an unrelated murder.
We spinning by Lil Wani, miss my guy.
The Clappers beef with Full House, where the young boys today call it Harleyville, after 11-year-old Harley Balance was killed while riding his bike. Harley wasn't your average 11-year-old, led down the wrong path by teens a few years older than him, who themselves were out here running the streets. Anyone with eyes could see Harley's fate was not going to end well. With immigrant parents, Harley and his parents could barely relate culturally. With the parents who grew up in a whole different country and their customs on one side, and the street life that was alluring to Harley on the other. Harley barely had a chance to figure out how to even make this decision. At only 11 in 5th grade, Lil Har, as his friends called him, is probably one of the saddest cases I had to cover. It reminds me of Kennard's story from The Wire.
Has surrendered to police for the deadly shooting of an 11-year-old Philadelphia boy last Friday night. In addition, Action News reporter Christy Aletto has spoken to the boy's grieving parents. Christy is now live at police headquarters. Christy?
That's right, Jim, and they're still trying to process all of this, understandably so. Their cries for justice only growing louder tonight. All of this as the alleged shooter spent the evening being questioned by detectives.
I feel like I don't have any words.
Still trying to make sense of her 11-year-old son's murder, Surette Ballance speaks from the front steps of her Oxford Circle home.
I cannot imagine why 11 years old get killed because he's a child.
Her son Harley was riding a scooter with a 14-year-old friend on the 1500 block of McKinney Street when shots were fired Friday night. The 5th grader was fatally hit in the neck, his friend in the arm and ankle, the gunman allegedly firing from the sidewalk. Police say 19-year-old Khalid Cooper Baldwin, who was wanted for Harley's murder, turned himself into police late tonight.
What do you have to say to the man responsible? I don't know. I really don't.
Harley, who is now one of the city's youngest homicide victims, was remembered by family and friends over the weekend. His parents say he enjoyed going to church, helping out those in the community, and playing hoops.
He shoot all the time playing basket. And I used to stand behind him and playing. You know, it was a very, very, he was, I just asked justice. Justice for my poo-poo. I need justice. I need justice for my son. I cannot hold that.
Don't talk that body shit with us. They know who put on for the veil. Said when get over. Go ask your homie bout the switch. Broski hopped out on feet and put a Vicky on a lip. We don't like them niggas, you gon' get it too if that's your food. Niggas die for saying Harley, nigga gon' think that shit a joke. Speaking all on Harley is the quickest way to die. Smoking stupid when the mid school and the dumbass who got fried. We my homie if you ain't never ever hop up in the ride. Behind the wheel, they ain't get back, so why do you
Lil J is one of Harley's closest friends and mentions him a lot in songs, and so do his quote, unquote, ops. Having ops at 11 is crazy. But anyway, Lil J was there the night Harley was killed, and in fact, he was himself shot in this incident.
Keep doing your thing, bro. That's your shit, bro. That's your passion. You wanna keep doing this shit, you do this shit, you good at it.
Niggas said they going beef for beef, but still ain't get a beat. We used to love smoking babe now, but this a different beat. But she never graduated, but he called her first.
Yeah, tragic. Niggas ain't no shit. Heard he died with his ratchet. Harleyville can eat a dick. Pussy boys not even active. I don't care about no age. This and Bam can lead the casket.
The Bam he mentioned was 16-year-old Messiah Shiverton. In October of 2017, Bam lay in critical condition for almost a week before dying from a gunshot wound to the head. Messiah was known to friends and family as Bam. Bam was a junior at Frankfurt High School. Muhammad Good, or Ham, of the 2200 block of St. Vincent Street, was charged in October of 2017 with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder and weapons offenses after a fight among students from rival high schools led to the death of Messiah Shiverton, or Bam. Around 4:25 p.m. on that fateful day, Ham, then 18, was on a bike chasing a group of teens down the sidewalk along the 2100 block of McGee Ave in Oxford Circle. He had a gun in his hand. Bam, who was a junior at Frankfurt High School, turned and blocked the sidewalk. Bam and Ham, who was at the time a senior at Northeast High School, began scuffling over the weapon. It dropped on a grassy hill in front of a house. Ham threw himself onto the hill and reached for the gun as some of the fleeing teens returned. He picked up the gun and shot Bam in the head. He fired twice more at the group, but no one else was hit. The group then fled again towards Roosevelt Boulevard. Police officer Lorenzo Hardy, driving by McGee Avenue, stopped to break up the fight when he saw Ham fired a handgun, said the cop as he testified at trial. When he yelled at Ham to stop, the teen turned and looked Hardy in the face and took off running through a breezeway between houses. The officer chased Ham to the 2200 block of Unruh Street, where he was able to arrest him. Bam was taken to area Jefferson, Torresdale, where he died 4 days later. Ham's mother, Shabri Wright, previously told the Enquirer that her son was getting punched on for weeks by Bam and other teens before the shooting.
Selling dope, You know me, take a trip to Cali, bring back all the booze. Extra city, bought the 3, we caught a beat behind Lil Bro. Niggas said they going beef for beat, but still ain't get a beat. We used to love smoking BAM now, but this a different beat.
Free the gang, man. Free Han, man. Free 23, free Hondo. Yeah. Word. See, Bam, I cannot go out like him. I catch a case in my lawyer like Tyson. We hitting your biscuit. Smoking on bang, I be lifted. I get it medical, it is prescriptive. Free Han, yeah, boy, go crazy.
BD top true, he say he see I be getting sent. Ever since Lil Harley died, we've been in hurry since. Let them turkey butts clap, ain't seen it. I get it going, just watch it and take notes. Put the bambo down and pick the Bobby up, he just a root.
The Bobby mentioned here is Bobby Yoakum, 14, who was on his front porch near Bridge and Summerdale when he was shot in the chest and pronounced dead at the hospital a short time later.
Go ask your homie about the switch. Broski hopped out on feet and put a Vicky on a list. Very ranked player, he caught a body, ain't got a assist. Better learn from the last boy who died outside his crib. Better learn from the last boy who died from trying to tell about.
Before I get all of the "this music is trash" comments, please don't miss the point of this video. This isn't a musical showcase. This is a description of reality through the lens of someone who's lived in the city his whole life and who doesn't want to see this dumbed down or washed over. You have 11-year-olds out here carrying guns and getting murdered on the street. You have a subculture that thinks of that incident as, quote, part of the game or a casualty of war. Sometimes these kids are killed before they ever get a chance to start life. No matter how you look at it, a kid that is 11 and is involved in any sort of gang culture is a failure of the country as a whole. But the community failed this young man the most. The people that should have been looking out for him turned him into cannon fodder for a pointless war.
Tell about how they did me at the light, but we did it right. Get on feet, take a light. Seen the devil get turned to an angel. Man, that shit is strange. How about that then you get the right angel?
On a cold November night in 2007, a scared 5-year-old little boy with a shaky voice told a detective at Children's Hospital that, quote, Kev shot me, according to that detective. Law enforcement would then ask the scared 5-year-old boy to testify in court and would later charge his mom with endangering the welfare of a child. Rafiq Griffin was watching TV with his older brother Mo and a couple of friends at his home on Huntington near Marshall in North Philadelphia. Kevin Fletcher, as a result of this unfortunate incident, will be charged with aggravated assault, but ultimately found not guilty due to the jury's conclusion that this was an unfortunate accident. Almost 15 years later, in 2021, things were a lot different for Rafiq. Now he went by Feet or Super Slimy because of how dangerous he was becoming on the streets. And as we have covered time and time again, when you're a threat, they want to get rid of you. By the time May 2021 rolled around, he was a part of Zoo Gang and had a lot of beef gunning for his head. Much like that cold November night, all of them years ago, Rafiq would be a casualty of friendly fire. This time, it wasn't in his leg, it was in his head, and this time, he wouldn't make it. And if you know anything about how drillers go in Philly, you know what happens next. We had a mix of heartfelt remembrance songs from his homies.
Fiki died, I'm traumatized, I'm thinking. Yeah, we lost Fiki, lost Chief, he lost Rick. Hanging with Lil Fiki, kinda slimy, he's super slimy.
Don't know about super slimy, they don't speak about it.
And callous disses from his opposition.
Sit there, miss a shame how Fiki died, man.
He hit himself to hate his man, he need to stop shooting. Nigga gave his man a head tap. If my dog kill my dog on a drill, I gotta put him down. He ain't drill on us, but killed this man. Wow, that's a damn shame. He was super slimy, then that boy caught one to the brain.
That was R.I.P. R.I.P. Booba.
Sonny Goon is someone I've covered before on this channel. Sonny frequently is seen alongside Lil Bucks and other members of CCK.
Last nigga child true, that nigga disappeared.
Recently, his brother died due to the same senseless gun violence that hundreds a year succumb to in this city. About 6 months ago, back in August, I did a story on his friend Sadiq Dove, or Deek Loco, and his unfortunate passing. A few months later, I made a video again on Sonny Goon and his first song that ended up going viral, Start Your Day. That was my first rated video. Now, just a few months later, I have to talk about Sonny again, and this time, the story is just sad for him and his family.
I'm screaming fuck STVPhilly, you shouldn't have wore them tins. Ever since my brother died, we created sins. Last out that died, he was just walking clues. I put my burn in his face and it start acting stupid. I put my burn in his face like niggas say something. Go. That nigga thought he couldn't die and then he messed it. I put that hoe on her place like stop dicking. I put that on her place like stop dicking. She said them niggas come my brother like fuck you on me.
As the story goes, 22-year-old Zaire Stafford was getting off from his shift from work at McDonald's. On his way home, he was shot multiple times, including in his head, and killed in North Philadelphia on Thursday night, December 7th, 2023, according to police. The shooting happened at the intersection of North 29th Street and West Clearfield just before 8:30 p.m. Authorities said the 22-year-old was taken to Temple University Hospital by police and pronounced dead at 8:41 p.m. I feel like I repeat myself so much on this channel because the stories are so similar. I have no idea what Booga did on the streets or if he was even in the streets, but Sonny Goon was subjected to the same mocking and trolling he does in his songs.
We up one. Your brother dead. Come on, get your lick back. Come get your lick back. Come get your lick back.
One person that took the trolling to another level was YBC Duel. He released 2 songs and is planning on making his mixtape named McNuggets and McButtons, obviously trolling the fact that Booga worked at McDonald's.
Everybody know the tables turning and shit. The C's try to play them games, they had to learn from that shit. R.I.P. Booga. Now I make Booga with the Booga. Shout out to them shooters. If he had a 9 to 5, he clocked out. Y'all know what happened to him. Tapped his top, he dropped his fries in his high C juices. Booga try to reach, but that boy fast. He chose that 9 to 5, he should've went and hit the track.
I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time, be safe.
I make my shooters put that belt, the ass, but put your pants up. He was dissing on my man, so then he died about a diss.